Hello, myself once and I will explain circuit of the car.
So now we will be demonstrating our project. You can have a look at our model. And now you can have a look at my teammate who is having the controls in his hand. Controls. So now we'll look at the basic movements of our robot. If he presses forward, the remote goes ahead. If he presses backward, it comes backwards. And now we can also give it or turn it to left and right, as you can see here. Now we will demonstrate the sweeping mechanism by, for example, let's say this spot is dirty and we take the robot ahead. Now you can see that we can sweep with the help of the sweeper attached behind. And when the sweeping is done, we can stop the sweeping. Sweeping stops. Now we have also attached an ultrasonic sensor at the head which detects the presence of an obstacle ahead of it. As you can see, when the wall is ahead, the buzzer starts beeping, which indicates the user of the presence of a wall. This completes the complete demonstration of our self-cleaning floor cleaning robot. Thank you. Hello, I am Kshitij Suresh Giri and I will be explaining the whole circuit of our model. So I will start with the circuit of the Arduino and the motor driver, which is used to drive all the motors in the model. So in the beginning, what we did was we took the Arduino and we connected the 8, 9, 10 and 11 pins to the 1, 2, 3, 4 pins of the motor driver, and these input pins were then in turn for the output 1, 2, 3 and 4 pins, which are used to connect these two motors and respectively these two motors. Now then we connected the ground supply of the motor driver to the breadboard, which is connected to the ground supply of the Arduino, and the 5 volt of the Arduino is also connected to the breadboard, which is used as a reference for the 5 volt for all the connections across the model. And then after that was done, the ground pin, the 5 volt pin was connected to the 5 volt of the motor driver and the ground was connected to ground. And for the power supply we used the U-ion battery. The U-ion battery is connected to the motor driver with the help of a XT60 connector, where what we did was we connected the positive of the XT60 to the plus volt and the negative to the ground supply, as you can see. And when we connect the battery, you can see that our model starts working. And you can see the Bluetooth blinking and the lights are on in the Arduino and the motor driver. So now let's discuss about the circuit of the ultrasonic sensor and the buzzer module. So for the buzzer module, I have used the buzzer module provided to us in the digital and analog board. Here, as you can see, the ultrasonic sensor in the VCC pin is connected to the 5 volt supply of the breadboard, which is given through the Arduino, and the ground pin is connected to the ground supply, which is connected to the breadboard, which is in turn connected to the Arduino ground supply. Now the trigger and the echo pins of the ultrasonic sensor are connected to the pins 3 and 4, which you can also refer in the code, which will be explained by my teammate. And this completes the circuit of the ultrasonic sensor. And when the distance of the ultrasonic sensor from the nearest obstacle will be less than 20 centimeter, we have used a code where it would send a high output to the buzzer. As you can see here, the buzzer which is connected to the fourth pin of the Arduino, and this buzzer is used to give a signal whenever an obstacle is more near than 20 centimeter. As you can see, when I keep my hand, the buzzer starts ringing. This is the whole circuit of the buzzer and the ultrasonic sensor module, which is used to detect the presence of obstacles. So when we discuss about the servo motor basically has 3 pins. First pin involves the controller pin, second is the power pin, and then is the ground pin. The controller supply is connected, as you can see, to the 5th pin of the Arduino, and the other 2 are connected. The power supply is connected to the 5-volt pin of the Arduino through the breadboard, and the ground supply is connected to the ground supply of the Arduino, which is also through the breadboard. Now the servo motor is the most basic circuit in our whole model, as you can see through the connections. Hello, I'll quickly explain how the Bluetooth works. So you can see that the Bluetooth has 4 pins. First is the power supply and the ground pin, and we have then the RTX, RX and TX pins. The power supply is given to the 5-volt of the Arduino, and the ground is given to the ground of the Arduino. But the RX and TX pins are such that the RX of the Bluetooth is connected to the TX of the Arduino, and the TX of the Bluetooth is connected to the RX of the Arduino. And this is how our Bluetooth works. And we have to keep in mind one important thing, that when we are uploading the code on the Arduino, we have to remove the RX TX pins. This completes our Bluetooth.
Hello, my name is Kshitij Jingle, and I'm going to explain the code part for the project. So for simplicity, I have divided the code into 3 parts. So the first part is about the controlling the remote control car. So first, in the void setup, we have defined 4 pins, which is 8, 9, 10, 11, and then for controlling the motor, we go here and we have used the if conditions. So for going forward, the forward direction, the pins connected to the positive supply of the DC motor are given high, and similarly for the backward direction, pins connected to negative supply of DC motor are given high. And in right direction, we want that the left side motor should move in forward direction and the right side motor should move in the backward directions, and accordingly we have given the values. Similarly for vehicle to turn left, we will give the opposite values compared to the right. And for stop condition, we give low to all the pins. Leads the code for controlling the RC car.
Hello, I am Kshitij Giri, and I will be explaining the next part of the code, which is the servo motor. To use the servo motors, I have involved the servo library with the help of include servo.h. Then I have created a variable of my servo to use in the code ahead. And then what I have done is I have assigned a pin 6 for the servo motor, and I have given a serial begin of 9600. And now in the void loop, what I want is that when I press the button of command Y, the servo motor should start moving and sweep the ground. So here is our code with the help of for loop, where the position of the servo motor will go from 0 to 180 in the initial half, and from 180 to 0 in the other half, and it will keep happening again and again. But now when we want to stop the servo motor, we will use the command Y, which will bring the servo motor back to its original position 0. And here we assign the servo motor with the help of the values in the bracket of my servo.write. And the position is a variable created above, which is used to define the position of the servo motor.
Hello, I am Kshitij Jingle, and I'm going to be explaining the ultrasonic and buzzer code. So for ultrasonic part, we have assigned 2 pins, which is trick pin, which is assigned value 3, and echo pin, which is assigned value 5. And then for the buzzer part, we have assigned the pin number 4. Then this void loop is the general code for calculating the distance for ultrasonic sensor. So when the distance is less than 20 centimeter, a high output is given to pin number 4, which rings the buzzer, and when the distance is greater than 20 centimeter, the low output is given to pin number 4. Control the model using Bluetooth, we use the function serial.available, and and serial.read function takes input from Bluetooth and stores it into the variable t, and this t variable will be used in the forward code.
Hello, I am Vinod Kumar Reddy. I will be explaining the main function for this model. So, anyone from their room can easily operate our model by Bluetooth. If he wants to clean the floor at any spot, he will take our model to respective spot and it will clean through scrubber. If any obstacle comes in their path, he will be warned by buzzer. This completes our obstacle detecting floor cleaning
Remote control model. Thank you.